you guys along with me for my non-routine, chaotic bedtime routine. And what I mean by that is right now I'm kind of in survival mode. I have a 2-month newborn and then I have a 2.5-year-old toddler. So around this time, things start to get a little crazy. This video was not planned in advance. I just decided to start filming today. So whatever you see is what you get and pretty much what my nighttime routine looks like as of these days. I do want to go ahead and fix up my routines, but today is a real life of survival mode nighttime routine. Right now it is at 5:30 and while we don't go to bed until pretty much like 10 p.m. here, I'm gonna start the bedtime routine now because I do consider like past 4 to 5 p.m. like the second half of the day, like part 2.
Mommy.
Yes.
I call you mucho.
Mucho arroz. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dinner. I usually like to take a walk around 6 p.m.-ish, but it's a really rainy and muggy day. So if it stops raining, I think I'm still gonna do it because I'm in the middle of a walking challenge I made for myself. However, if it rains, I'm obviously not gonna take my kids out there. That's the weather we're working with today, so it's not very pretty. It's a mucho arroz. It's just you and me. Oh, yeah. If you're in the market for new knives, these knives are the best knives I've ever had. They're the Shadow Black series. I forgot the actual brand, but I'll link it down for you guys below. Obviously not sponsored, but I'm telling you, if you want to splurge a little bit on knives, it makes such a difference on how you cut your veggies, fruits, meats, literally anything. They are a little pricey at 80 bucks a knife, but hear me out. If you have just one in your kitchen or two, then you don't need like a whole set. I swear, just having one is a game changer. Okay, so we're done with all the basic prepping. So I have my bell peppers in here with onions. I have my cut up potatoes. And tonight's dinner is gonna be really easy. I'm just gonna get like an Instant Pot and put all the ingredients there. Sear the meat a little. It's honestly, I'm just making carne con papa, but the Instant Pot version because it's easier and the food comes out just as good. I do love to keep all my appliances up here because I don't use them as often and they're out of the kitchen, out of like the visual space, so it doesn't feel like that much clutter. Which, as you know, kitchen clutter happens so fast. If you're wondering what my kids are up to right now, my toddler is picking one grape at a time, washing it and have me cut it every 10 seconds. And then my little one is sleeping. I do have her up here right now. I don't like to put her on the counter too much because, you know, mom anxiety, but she's fully immersed in the counter, so I know she's not gonna fall. This is what I mean. She's almost obviously not gonna fall, and I'm not leaving the kitchen, so I'm not gonna leave her by herself. She also helped prep the rice here, which is a little too much, so I'm gonna have to take out a little bit, a lot. This is kind of what I do to help being by myself. My toddler usually helps me with certain things. I think we need less. We need to take out some rice from here, mama. I usually give her a task to help out with, and then she'll obviously make a little bit of a mess, like I'm gonna show you guys right now. But while she's entertained doing that, I can go ahead and cook. I can go ahead and clean. I can do other little activities. Today is also July 3rd, and people are starting to throw fireworks because people get a little too excited. And my toddler is like, what's that?
I'm done.
I think that's good. Mommy will measure it now. Let me show you what I mean. She helped out with the rice, which is perfect now. Thank you, baby. And here is a little bit of the aftermath, which no problem. I'm gonna scoop it back up, put it in the uncooked rice container because it's all still good. And I got to chop up all my veggies. It's okay. It's alright. Oh, she loves you. She loves you so much. I know you're gonna. Like I said, after like 5, things start to get a little crazy, so I'm baby wearing my baby right now. That way I can go ahead and finish dinner and head to the walk. It's actually around 6:30 right now. It usually never takes me this long to prep for dinner, but things happen. You tend to learn that things go at a slower pace when you have 2 kids. I'm gonna go ahead and finish cooking. The sun did come up a little bit, so I'm trying to go on a walk before it gets too late, even though the sun goes down at like 9 p.m. so it doesn't ever feel like it's too late to go on a walk. To get some fresh garlic, so some minced potatoes. The meat's ready to cook. I'm gonna put some rice, but this is kind of like the aftermath right now. I'm gonna have a little cleaning session once we get back from our walk. Oh, the potatoes. Almost forgot the potatoes in carne con papa, which by the way translates to meat and potatoes. Yeah, we're about to go on a walk. It's 6:52 and dinner took me way too long today. I'm not even sure why. I'm gonna do like a little 5-ish minute cleanup so that way I don't have this constant mess because I put my baby down and she is calm. Once she starts getting a little fussy or in like 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and breastfeed her before we head on the walk. I think that took about 3 minutes, less than 5, and I'm so glad I got that clean because if I would have come back to that plus everything else I have to do, I think I would drive myself insane. It's just about finding little pockets throughout the little pockets of opportunity to clean and stuff. Also, if it looks like I'm absolutely sweating, I am. It's just I opened up the windows to let like some fresh air in, but it is hot, it's humid. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and close the windows before we go on this walk. I'm happy to say dinner is ready to go. It's 7 o'clock. And I kind of want, yeah, te comiste uno. To kind of explain a little bit on why we have bedtime so late, I swear that since the holidays in December, we had back-to-back family come over. I had a baby, newborn, a family came again. And so our schedules have been all types of crazy for the longest time. Long story short, we basically end up going to bed really late, especially because the sun doesn't go down until 9:30 p.m., which makes it hard for my toddler to go to bed. And the thing is that once the sun starts to set around like 8:30ish, that's when it's not so hot that we're able to go on a walk. Today's a little different because it's cloudy, it was raining, so we can go on the walk right now. But usually at this time it's like 95, the other day it was 100, and it's just way too hot to go on a walk with my newborn. My toddler can face it, she can drink water, I can cover her, but for my newborn, it's a little much to go on a 2-mile walk, give or take, so I wait until sundown. So that's kind of my explanation of why my routine is kind of crazy. And just the fact that we're in survival mode right now, since we end up going to bed so late, we actually end up waking up really late, which is why today we woke up at 11. There's been a couple days where we wake up really close to 12, and honestly, I think that's pushing it. I don't like waking up that late at all. But given the fact that most days that she goes to sleep around 10:30 to 11 p.m., I'm okay with her waking up around 11 in the morning because she still gets her 12 hours of sleeping time and she does really good with it. And if you're wondering, no, not all nights are consecutive. She's been having a lot of nightmares. But I don't want to say that word out loud right now. So a lot of times she'll wake up once or twice during the night. Sometimes she hops into our bed and we'll just sleep those couple hours in the morning. Yeah, baby. It's really hot in here. I told you guys that today was not planned, and that stands to be true. I'm showing you guys what my day would have looked like even if I wasn't vlogging. Also, she is so close to finally rolling. She gets right there, especially when she's upset and crying. She's like almost about to flip, but she hasn't done it just yet. Oh, hi!
No, Mom.
I'm finally taking this clip out of my hair and actually picking it up because we are about to go on a walk. I had to change into shorts because it is way too humid and hot to be in long pants. For walks, I like to use this carrier that's a lot more sturdier. The other one is really comfy for like in-home use, but honestly, if you're gonna be doing a lot of movement, this one is the way to go because it's more structured. You're not so much worried about it getting loose. Like when I was cooking, it was kind of getting loose and she was going more down. This one is pretty secure. I just put her in here. Super easy. And then there's a little clip at the back. And voila.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Enough talking. Food is done. So that when we come back from our walk, we are ready to eat and then do the shower time and all that good stuff. If you're curious, right now it is 7:34 and the sun is just out right now.
Well, we rained.
Well, it already rained. I don't know if it's gonna rain again. Little baby, my little baby. I feel like walks are necessary because it tires her out. She gets to throw some rocks in the lake we have in our neighborhood. Plus, we get to both like relax. And it gives us some time to be outside of the house. Being stuck all day home drives me crazy, and I know it drives her crazy too because she's just like me. We had to come back in for hats because the sun is shining and it's way too hot. But I want to say I got this one at Target the other day and I think it fits pretty nicely. I feel like hats usually don't fit me good because they just fit my head weird with my hair. But I actually like how this one looks. So if you're in the market for a hat, Target has some. I also picked this one up for my baby because we're gonna be going to the pool a lot this summer. This one is for like 6 to 12 months. She's 2. But right now I think we're just gonna like put it over her so the sun doesn't hit her head.
When I saw you walking down that hill.
Yeah, you ready to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, we made it back home. It's currently 8:42. We had a nice walk out, and I've been trying to make it a thing where I go for at least 30-minute walks every single day. It's sort of a challenge I'm doing for myself to get back into moving and working out postpartum. I do want to start up the gym this month, but at the very least I am doing some walking, especially because we're trying to figure out my husband's work schedule right now. He's working doubles pretty much every single day, so there's kind of not a lot of time where the car is available since we do share just one car. Hello? Hey babe. Daddy! Alright, this is the first look at the food. Oh, that smells amazing. Now I gotta do it the Cuban way, which if you know, you know. You add a banana to every single part of the meal. And this type of comfort food deserves a banana. Here is what the meal looks like, and it looks messy, but I promise you it's delicious. I'd say this is a pretty good outcome considering she's a toddler and doesn't eat much. It's 9:20 now, and we are going to shower. We did talk to my dad a little bit, her grandpa. Okay. One is in bed, reading her book, and now to get the other one ready for bed. The air freshener. Okay, so we've entered the trenches of nighttime. I got this one nice and showered. For her, although I prefer to shower her every day, if I don't get to, like today was kind of crazy, I at least like to give her a nice little quick bath over the sink with my hands in her areas, you know, give her a little refresh, because I feel like being freshened up, especially right before bed, is always calming and relaxing. So it's something I do for them, plus to maintain their hygiene. My toddler showers every single day, but for her, if I don't give her the full tub shower, she gets a little wash no matter what. At this point, I would usually try to have my toddler already kind of asleep, and then I can breastfeed her and put her to sleep. But my toddler is still awake and she is hungry, so what I'm gonna do is breastfeed in my toddler's room while she falls asleep, because that's at the point we're at right now. Just a little bit longer. ¿Qué pasa? What's wrong? You want to call daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, mama. And a little time check, it is 10:07. So breastfeeding in my toddler's room right now, hoping she knocks out and then I can put her to sleep. Okay, so it's 10:30 and both girls are asleep. My toddler knocked out in her room, and as I was breastfeeding the little one, I just put her in her bassinet. So 10:30, and I guess that calls it for the bedtime routine for the girls. That's kind of like the bedtime structure, I would say, right now for the girls. Dinner, walk, come back, shower. Today it was a little more chaotic because usually I can feed the little one, be with the big one, and then kind of switch, but they both needed me at the very same time today. So you guys got to see that firsthand. There's no magic to it. It's just running, trying to finish one task so I can get to the other one. I'm basically just trying to prevent chaos from erupting. So that's the bedtime for the girls. Now, for myself, it is 10:30. So what do I do now? I kind of take the next 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how in the zone I get, to clean up, whether it's the kitchen, the living room, and those are the two areas because I'm not gonna go clean my room and wake up my newborn. It's 11:33 and I just finished like kind of really cleaning out my countertops. I feel pretty accomplished now. I do want some me time, whether that's for editing or just something that I'm not cleaning. So I'm going to pick between this area or this area. And honestly, I feel like that stuff is just easy. It's a lot of things of just taking to my daughter's room, my room. So I think I'm gonna tackle the table because obviously we have to eat here and it's become like, what is this? A clutter fest. And I really want to be real with you guys. This is just how it gets sometimes. Tables overflowing. Sometimes it's the counter, sometimes it's the sofa. But I'm really trying to get better at systems, especially with 2 kids, because I hate living like a slob. I really do try to clean up all day, but it just happens. If one area is clean, you best believe there's another area that needs fixing. So it's kind of just never ending. I'm working on it though. I deserve a nice little ice cream. They're only 100 calories. Oh, am I in camera? And sometimes I love to really indulge in ice cream. So if I eat like 4 of these, that's 400 calories versus like a pint, which is like over like 1,000 calories. I love these, they're so good. Alright guys, so it's 7:45. I am calling it quits with the cleaning. I got like most of the big areas done. Now to decide between showering or just like working on something. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go edit for maybe like 30-40 minutes, then shower and get into bed, because I kind of feel like once I shower I'm gonna want to shut down. Before I clock out for the night, one really important point I want to touch up on is that if your routine or non-routine looks like mine or is in any other way chaotic, I know we oftentimes see other people online have their perfect nighttime routines, morning routines, and things like that, and obviously we want that for ourselves. But sometimes the stage of life we're in just makes it really hard. Right now, as you guys know, I'm in my newborn phase with a toddler, so things have just been a lot hectic. One of my goals this month is to kind of like hone down and find a routine, get some more structure. But this right here is my reality. Them going to bed at 10:30 p.m. Them waking up a little later tomorrow morning. I think it's gonna take like a couple of weeks to adjust, and I don't really have a plan just yet. But yeah, this is just survival mode for me. And if you're in the thick of it, solidarity, okay? It's okay. You'll find your routine when the time comes. It's okay to not be perfect. Prime example. But honestly, you'll be okay whether you have 1 kid, 2 kids, 5 kids. Even if you don't have kids and you're in college, you're going through to midterms and things like that. One thing that always gets through me is that everything works out in the end. Even though it feels like you're drowning right now, like in this moment, you're in the thick of it, just think of how in 5 days, 10 days, in a month, things are gonna be different. Things are gonna look out for you. Whenever I've been placed in these really negative situations regarding work or kids or things like that, that's kind of like the mentality I have towards it. Things suck right now, but I know they're gonna work out in the end. And somehow they pretty much almost always do. So this is my pep talk to you, to not worry, don't compare. You're fine and you're gonna get better. If you made it to the end of this video, comment down a little moon emoji. I want to see who's actually watching all the way towards the end, just for funsies. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.